Hey there, people of YouTube. My name is Arif. I made an oopsie and forgot to record the audio of episode... whatever this episode is. I want to say it's number 9. So this is going to be post-commentary, which I have not done before. It's always live. So let's see if it goes well. I'm going to try to walk you through what's happening. Right now I'm looking at their status. They have those scary-ass MiG-27s, which I do not enjoy. I do not enjoy them in the slightest. They've got T-80s, T-72s. Oh boy, burp there a little bit. They've got a lot of scary stuff there, and right now I'm just looking over all of it, trying to decide what I need, what I don't need, what I need to move up. Currently I'm moving up all of my infantry while still keeping something back at Vladivostok, which will be the tanks and one infantry squad, if I remember correctly. Moving the helicopters up to Yusorsk, so that way I can capture the airfield to set my planes there, so that way I can have air support through the entirety of the push that I am going to be making. Assigning the planes to the airfield, like usual, while also getting ready for the attack. Looking at my units, I instantly realize, oh shit, I don't have anything. Because the Korean Marines and the 13 Marines are, of course, Marines, and there's no naval spawn points in this area, I am completely fucked, because they are entirely 100% useless. So all of those beautiful tanks that I could be using are in no way, shape, or form useful in the slightest. However, right now I'm looking for units that I can move up to help, but it's not going to happen. So instead I decide, let's do a naval sector Bravo. So the naval sector, after refitting my navy, I come back with some beautiful, beautiful things. All they have left is one Utiloi 2 and some Nanushkas, even though those turn out to be a problem, because I suck at this game. Pointing at stuff, the water's beautiful. Look at the water. Just look at it. Don't pay attention to my video. My video sucks. Just look at the water. Putting the muskets right in front of the Ludas, so that way they can provide their CIWS support before the rockets impact the Ludas. Better to lose the musket than it is to lose the Luda. Putting a Muna down so that way I can have extra supplies as I move up. I just said Do I say that a lot? Sure hope not. Trying to put my navy into a position which I find suitable for defense, while also moving up my Muna. Commanding my Chungjus to fire at the Utiloi, hoping to either stun it or remove some of its hit points, which doesn't work too well. I noticed that they have the little aiming reticule above them, so I instantly decide to stop and make sure that the muskets are ahead. One of the missiles hits the musket and completely takes it out. There's 2 down. So now we're only down to 2 muskets and 4 Ludas. Make that 1 musket into 4 Ludas. 1 Luda is badly damaged. Oh, only the Ludas left. Now, I probably should have retreated, but I was too headstrong here, and I wanted to just keep on going. I tell the Chungjus to fire again. In fact, I tell them to waste all of their rockets on that general area. That Luda decides he wants to be badass and move forward. I don't know what he was doing there, but I didn't tell him to do that, I assure you. At this point, I start to call up some Najins to help the Ludas, but it comes too late. Finally realizing, oh shit, the Ludas are dying, I pull them back to be resupplied by the Muna, while still being fired at by the Utiloi 2. 2 Ludas are heavily damaged and one of them is slightly damaged, and the Najins are on the way. Chungju's refusing to fire because they're taking forever to aim, which is a... I don't know, I've had problems with that mechanic for the longest of times. Artillery always takes forever to aim, and by the time that it gets to where it's going, by the time it fires, the target has already moved so far that it's useless. Either way, artillery coming in. I'm calling out more Chungjus to have more artillery. The speed here is very fast, so that way I can get through everything quickly. I don't want to have only a naval battle as a video. That would be upsetting. And because naval battles aren't too fast-paced. Having lost all of my muskets, now all I have are Ludas and Najins. I forgot to bring up my anti-ship missile planes, which was a large mistake on my part. And I try to move up again without realizing that they have a Muna there resupplying the Udaloy 2's AESM missiles. One of my ships blows up. More missiles coming in. Another ship blows up. Death and destruction everywhere. My ships are still dying, and at this point I remember that I called in more Chungjus, so I decide to artillery strike them. I realize that they're in danger, so I try to move them, however it's too late. One of them dies and the other one gets hit while artillery is coming in overhead. At this point I have no more Ludas left, and I have no points for any extra Najins. Other than one. Did I ever mention that I suck at naval battles? I don't know how to do them. Not at all. My mouth is dry, so excuse me. I'm taking a few swigs of my, beautiful, beautiful beep! Oh yeah, that's copyrighted. Sorry about that. I can't say it. Or can I? I don't know the rules of copyright. I just want to be extremely careful. I will tell you that it is a tasty, fizzy soda pop thing in a bottle that has more or less than 2 liters. I'm going to get copyright infringement for that. Everybody's going to know exactly what I'm talking about, and I'm going to get banned from YouTube. Or at least that's how it works, according to me. My loot is being attacked still because I failed to realize that they yet again have a Muna resupplying their Udaloy 2. He dies and the Najin moves up. I'm starting to shit myself. More artillery comes in. Not doing anything. That artillery is useless. It does not panic, it does not destroy, it does not even harm. However, at this point, that's basically all I have, because the Najins, by themselves, will not be able to do anything useful. Especially against a Udaloy 2, which is, in some respects, better than a Sovereign. Chungjus are almost fully out of ammo, telling them to fire again. The Udaloy 2 is only slightly on fire. Who knows why, but he's being repaired by the Muna. Sadly. The Najins are moving up, and I take a quick look at the extremely cinematic beautifulness of this game. Now, I wish there was a button to disable the heads-up display, because that would have made a perfect screenshot. Either way, Najins are being attacked by the Udaloy again, and in a small amount of time, I lose the game. One more missile strike, and there it is. I lose the game. GG me. I suck. Total defeat, blah 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 blah. I've lost all of my Ludas, 6 Najins. That was a extreme failure on my part. Sadly. So I end the turn. Oh well. Their planes move up again, and I'm forced to do another battle at Bolshekemen, which I am not looking forward to, because, dear God, look at all the stuff that they have. Now, I'm trying to remember what happened in this battle, and for some weird reason, my mind is drawing a blank because I literally just recorded this 20 minutes earlier. Oh, yes. I put down the militia in that city, so that way I can at least try to defend myself and use the transports as some sort of thing. My mouse there was, who knows, molesting someone. Oh, right. Molesting someone. Ugh. Shut up. So I put down transports of militia there so that way I can do a flanking maneuver, hoping that they won't be looking in that general area. So that way I can get around and kill their command at Charlie, which is actually kind of bold for me. I seem to have that very old Russian style of fighting, and that is just send extreme amounts of numbers forward without any care for the losses that you encounter. Now that command and those infantry are going to go up that mountain and try to countercap Yusursk. I put the battles very fast because I don't want this episode to go longer than my hard drive can handle, seeing as how I only have a 240 gigabyte hard drive, which is reduced to 70 free space with all the games that I have downloaded. So very instantly, all of their tanks and everything kill all the transports except for 2 of them, moving with the command. They get away because all of their focus is, of course, on the militia in the city. However, that's not going to last very long. It's too open of an area for them to be able to do anything effective, sadly. But luckily, the command does able... Oh, wow. Does able. Good job at English. This is how I talk normally, too, whenever I'm not playing a video game actively. So, I guess you're getting an insight into my life. I don't know what the command did there. He decided to be a dumbass and retreat towards the enemy. Meanwhile, my transports of militia on the flank are doing quite well. They haven't died yet, which is quite well, but the game ends because I run out of points, because I didn't realize my morale was so low. So, I lose. Halfway through the video now, kind of. I move up the... Wait, do I? I don't remember. There's a Vladivostok that's about to take place with some Marines that were able to land because I failed at that naval battle, which was a great job on my part. At this point, I decide to start looking into some fighter squadrons because all of those planes are scaring the hell out of me. And I also look into some other units that I could possibly call in to help. However, I have not enough points for any of it. Tank regiment, nothing special though, because all they have is the ZTC 59s? ZTC 59? I don't know. I don't remember. But it's a 25-point tank that is, I want to say a T-62, which is just shit. It's good in mass numbers, but still, it doesn't matter whenever there's one T-80U, which, oh god. Okay, if this campaign had a T-80U, I would genuinely be extremely pissed off at the developers. So what just happened there, what my mouse was doing, is that I tried to move all of those guys from Vladivostok into Bolshikamen, but for some weird reason, it wouldn't let me. So I said, oh, you know what, maybe I can't. So I moved them up to Yusursk, and then the little arrow said, oh, hey, look, we will let you do this, so go fuck yourself. We have the Naval Regiment, which is amazing. I want that. Why can't the Chinese call-ins be more like that single naval regiment? Like, seriously. Moshka Pator... more... Oh my god, my Russian is failing me. Ugh. I cannot read Russian whenever it's with English letters. It just doesn't work. Drinking my drink more because my mouth is extremely dry from all this talking. Usually I don't talk for an hour and a half straight. But it's just the way that you have to live. So I'm trying to figure out what sector I should put my command in, because I only have one command. And then my genius idea is to take all of my militia, unload them on the dock, and then use the transports, because they are amphibious, to move into Naval Sector Bravo as basically mini-ships. Now, I'm not going to say that this was the best plan that I could have done, but it was the best plan that I could have done. Only having militia and MiG-21s, there was nothing I really could have done other than this. Moving up all of the BMPs into the ocean and using them as scouting for the planes, while also using them as ghetto-ass boats, is a good idea. Now, those helicopters, how they got there so fast, I will never know. I guarantee you that they cheated, but those were a large hindrance onto me. And then the artillery comes in, and I realize, oh my god. How much? That's stupid. That amount of artillery should be banned from existence. Trying to use a MiG-21 to take out these helicopters to no success. My voice just did a weird crack thing there. That was interesting. MiG-21's coming in to try to take out the helicopters yet again, but even that is pure poop. They didn't even fire on that pass. Who knows why. Here is where something interesting happens. You see those LCM-8s? Those are not Soviet nor Pact units whatsoever. Those are, in fact, NATO units. They have M2 Brownings on them, and whenever you mouse over them, they say NATO. Now, we won't see proof of this until later in the game, but I just thought it was extremely interesting. Actually, oh, hang on, whenever I click on one of those guys, if you see it down in the bottom, it'll say M2 Browning. Right... well, if I get the audio synchronized correctly. Either way, they were a bitch to kill. I don't know why, but they were just hard to kill. So I have to call in planes and use that ZBD there. A lot of MT LBVs probably holding their Marines in them. Slowly coming towards my BMPs, but dying because that's what they do. Now I realize, oh shit, these helicopters are a problem, so I start to use the militia to take them out. However, I fail to realize that the militia do not have a LMG, so they're using their assault rifles, which are just AKs, against those helicopters, which doesn't work too well. I don't realize that until almost all of them are dead, and I certainly haven't realized it yet. I also don't put them in the cover, which is another big mistake. I think right about now I was wondering why the hell aren't these helicopters dying? Because they're just on the edge. They are just on the edge of dying, and they're just not. So, whatever. A lot of kills there from my BMPs, killing those MT-LBVs. Transport's gone, infantry dead. No escape from the Fox. Trying to tell those guys to regroup. I don't know what the hell happened, but they don't. Oh, no, you know what they do? I just realized. Because, you know what? I'm not going to explain it. If you're smart, you realize it. If you're not, oh well. It sucks for you. You have to have fast reflexes on this channel. At this point, I realize, oh shit, they're actually flanking me. So I better send up another troop transport to try to ghetto recon that area. I also realized that they don't have any commands out other than the one that was in the naval sector. However, that's obviously moved. So all of their commands are on the move, trying to find a spot to nestle down and start doing command stuff in. What would command stuff be? That's a good question. Talking to people on your phone. Kind of like a teenage girl on her phone, like, oh my god, did you hear about the Chinese? They're like they're like flanking you from the south. You better like do something about it. And then the guys on the other end are like, oh my god, you're right. I see them now. And then they blow up and die. Because that's what happens. That should make you subscribe right there. That little outburst I just had. That alone is worthy of a subscription. Planes coming in, destroying the T-55s, or, I don't know, tanks. The tanks that were in the LCM-8s landed and were taken out by my MiG-21s, thankfully. That Ka-29 is still there, destroying my infantry, but I think at this point it's already out of ammo. He hasn't moved it. Those LCM-8s are still there. Helicopter finally died. Finally. And this is where I realize, what the hell? LCM-8, M2 Browning, NATO. I'm not facing the NATO. Last time I checked, I was facing the Russians. No idea. Game developers, if you're watching this, what the fuck is this? Why? Fix it. I don't like it. Fix it, game developers. Actually, don't. I think it's a funny little unintentional Easter egg that I'm sure I'm the first one to have realized. I'm glad. I'm glad that I realized that. I'm a pioneer in this game. I pioneer shitty gameplay, horrible tactics, and the death of a lot of insuperior people. Planes coming in, launching missiles at the NATO spies. Those damn spies. I find their command. I'm like, oh, better unload the infantry, kill it, and the game ends because that was their only command. Oh, never mind. They retreated. Well, they better retreat. They suck. They're horrible. I don't like them. Anyway, that was that battle. I'm going to end this audio short so that way I don't overlap and have to put a random picture of a fox in again. But if you enjoyed, stay tuned. Oh, you know what? The video just ended. I am going to have to put a random picture of a fox in. Oh, well! You enjoy foxes, don't you? I love foxes. Anyway, thank you for staying tuned with this odd post-commentary poo-poo-ness. What the hell did I just say? You know what? I don't know. I don't care. This is Aerith, signing out.